What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Football Game Show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy here on the Better Sports Network. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, Joey Wright and John Luke Garofalo. What's up, boys?
What up?
What's going on?
What's going on,
day
so I got so used to you with your glasses on. I keep feeling like your face is missing something every time I see you without them now.
I feel like I'm looking like an alien every day when I'm coming to set my camera up. I'm just like, are my eyes always that small? Like, what's going on? Like,
a sexy that alien. Big. A sexy alien is Joey, and just sexy, no alien. We have our great friend Shane Barrett here joining us today. For those of you that do not know Shane, he is the host of the Red Zone Redemption podcast, a contributor over at rotoheat.com. We love those guys, and the creator of Polly's Playoff, a charity tournament for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Shane, thank you so much for joining us today, my friend.
Dude, of course. I love you guys, and it's been a while since we've been on and all together. Like, I'm happy to see JL and Joey too. Like, what's up, guys?
It's a squad. I was a little intimidated about the idea of playing against you today, but I got over it. So I mentioned Polly's Playoff there at the beginning. I was hoping you could tell everybody watching a little bit more about it. I've participated in your podathon in the past, and it's just an awesome tournament that you put together.
Yeah. So Polly's Playoff is a tournament to end Alzheimer's, and it is our biggest fundraiser that we do. I think we're in year 4 now for our Walk to End Alzheimer's team. And so, long story short, is my wife's grandmother, Polly, passed away from Alzheimer's back in 2019. And the following year was my first year in Scott Fishbowl. I was actually in Scott's division, and just through chatting with him in that, and he really inspired me to use my platform of Twitter for good. And so I came up with Polly's Playoff, and that's been our main fundraiser since. We've had anywhere from 120 teams to 240. Goal this year is to hit 480, which just scares the bejesus out of me because managing all of that is nuts, but we're going to do it. And so announcing today, if you guys don't mind, today is the longest day of the year. And for people with Alzheimer's, time can be kind of a hard thing to grasp. And so they usually use this day as a way to spread awareness and do most of their fundraising. And so I'm announcing right now that if you guys sign up and donate for Polly's Playoff today, you're going to get entered into a drawing from our merch store to pick something off the merch store, whether it be a shirt, a coffee cup, anything like that. And so let's go Polly's Playoff.
Beautiful. Everybody watching, if you've never participated before, it's for an incredible cause, and Shane does a great job putting it together. And you go donate today, a little bonus on top, a chance to win some of the sick merch they got going over there.
I have a question about the fine print for the giveaway. Does that include on-screen talent currently?
Yeah, of course.
For the giveaway? Okay, just check.
Joey says, I want to.
Not already signed up. I don't care if you're
I love merch.
We'll be posting the link both to pollysplayoffs.com and to the merch store in the chat. You'll sign up at that first link, then you can check out the potential winnings at that second link, or go ahead and grab some ahead of time if you don't want to wait to see if you were the winner. So we'll get those links in the chat for you, and make sure you guys go check that out and sign up for Polly's Playoffs. We got some people in here ready for today's game. Our friend Ninja. What's up, Ninja? It's been a minute.
Ninja!
And so JL should take over as host when Sajak retires. JL, are you accepting this? I think it's a formal job offer.
I'm waiting for the call.
Be a big improvement. Yes.
Also, I can hardly believe this fact, but Craig, our FYF historian, coming in with this is Shane's first appearance playing one of the FYF games after previously being on for tiers, brackets, and a mock draft. That is absurd that this is the 4th time on and the first time we're playing a game.
No, right? I'm excited.
Let's do it. Rick Butts in the chat, rotoheat.com representing. Excited to see Shane up here.
Just to shout out Rick even more, he is actually the one who created pollysplayoff.com just through his generosity of his talent and time. I shout Rick out all the time, but I love him. He's awesome and super generous. So there we go.
Good job, Rick.
And, Rick, I will second any love and positivity towards Mr. Absolutely. Rick Butts. We got Albert in here saying hello, everyone. What's up, Albert? Dustin pulling for Team Joey. Well, that's team host today because Joey is running the game. We got
Dustin's
Dame in the chat.
Me for not get any questions wrong today. Just deliver them all well with good pronunciation. Yeah.
Just
Thanks,
beautiful.
Dustin.
Pronunciation.
We got Dame in the chat. Excited to see all the dudes up on the screen. What's up, Dame? Welcome in. And Victor in the chat. Happy hump day, bro. Chacha. Smash that like button before
What up, Victor?
too much further. Victor came to my defense earlier on a tweet that I put out, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion. The new line, have you seen them?
The new what?
The line throwback helmets. Have you seen the new throwback helmets? There's a very split opinion on them, but my reaction was wildly positive. I think they're sick as hell retro throwback helmet. But then I look on Twitter and 99% of people are just shitting on that line saying it looks like a third grader drew it.
Yeah.
Maybe a third grader did drop. Maybe they're trying to support someone in the community. Why you got to hate?
Come on. Joey, I see you holding back negativity about this helmet.
Simon, like, listen, we're in lockstep on so many things, fashion, you name it. I really disagree with you on this. Like, I think the helmet looks awful. I do not like it at all.
Just wait till they.
Why? Why don't you like it?
It looks like not something a third grader drew, but it looks like something that was created in the 80s of what the future helmet would look like. Like, it looks like something. If there was a football game in Blade Runner, that's the helmet the team would be wearing, and not in a good way.
I get what you're saying. It's like an 80s representation of what the year 2000 would be like. I get what you're saying.
Which I usually like, but it's not gelling with me. Maybe because I love the Lions look so much.
We got Scampers in here. I'm curious what Scampers thinks about that cat hat. Saying beautiful afternoon, FYF Familia. Welcome in, Scamps. Maria in the chat as well. And then said, oops, I channeled Victor for a second with that bro Chacho over there. Welcome in, Maria. We got Dave in the chat. What's up, Dave?
Dave.
And Dave coming in saying fourth time's the charm. If fourth time on the show, that's all it takes to play a game. Also, Craig said, just don't call anyone stacked on the show today, Joey.
Not what I said. Thank you, Craig.
Also, Rick does not like the helmets. Dustin does not like the helmets.
Good job,
Dustin. And Strong Style Ninja said all teams need a helmet upgrade and bring back the Color Rush jerseys.
I do agree with bringing back the Color Rush. Those are always fun to me.
The only reason I don't want to bring those back is as a Browns fan, I just feel ripped off. Like all the other Color Rush jerseys are sick, and then the Browns jerseys are just like brown. That's it. You're just gonna give us a brown shirt.
Color Rush, baby.
With the listing of the teams of throwbacks, was the Broncos on there? I was trying to find that information yesterday.
Should be, because they have one of the sickest retro logos out there.
Yeah. Just curious.
Well, just in time for our game of Fantasy Fortune, we got Bob Harris in here who came on to play some Jeopardy with us yesterday. Bob, we're about to get into our game of Fantasy Fortune here. You said it's scarier, but I don't know about that. There's some puzzles involved, less straight knowledge. I'm going to explain how this game works, then we're going to get started. Before I do that, though, a couple reminders. First and foremost, if you're not already following our friend Shane, you need to go and fix that ASAP. You can find him on Twitter at FFShaneB. And one more reminder to sign up for Polly's Playoffs today. You're supporting a great cause and getting the chance to win some gear. Who doesn't love gear and supporting a great cause? After you do that, head on back over here where you're watching this video, either on the BSN or Front Yard Fantasy YouTube channel, and hit that subscribe button. If you hit the little notification bell on the Front Yard Fantasy channel, it'll make sure you never miss us live at 3 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. And if you guys like waking up early, before I do, I got some good news, because now at 8 a.m. Eastern time, we've got the new morning show here on Better Sports Network. Andrew Cooper has to wake up early again, but he's joined by Corey Parks and Britt Flynn and Howard Bender this time. So join in on the Better Sports Network YouTube channel or at bettersports.com at 8 a.m. for the new BSN morning show.
That's a good lineup there.
This is a pretty good lineup, isn't it?
Yeah. I would.
The four of them are fantastic.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Well, guys, we're going to go and pull up this game board. I'm going to explain how it works, and I'm going to pass it off to Joey for today's game. The game today is Fantasy Fortune, which if you ever watched the popular TV show Wheel of Fortune, it's going to look very familiar. But instead of spinning a wheel, contestants are going to be answering 50-50 NFL or fantasy-related trivia questions. You may be asked something like, who had more fantasy points last season? Saquon Barkley or Josh Jacobs? Get the question right, you're going to get to guess a letter that you think appears on the board in that puzzle. For every instance of that letter that shows up, you're going to add 500 points to your round bank. Now, you can do this up to 3 times in a row, not 2. I held up the wrong number of fingers at first. 3 times in a row. That is question right, letter right. If at any point either of those 2 things are wrong, your turn is over. Your turn will also be over after you get 3 correct, but you're going to bank all of that money. So there is a bonus to getting that trivia. That money's going straight into your bank. Now, during your turn, there are 2 other actions you can take at any time before a question has been asked. You can choose to buy a vowel as long as you have a minimum of $500 in your round bank. They're going to cost $100 per instance that they show up to a max of $500. You can also choose to solve the puzzle at any time before a question has been asked. You will bank all of the money you've earned that round or $1,000, whichever one is higher. Again, that's not 1,000 plus whatever you have in your round bank. It's 1,000 or what you have in your round bank, whichever one's higher. We'll go like this till we run out of time, run out of questions, or run out of hats for Joey to change into, at which point we will end the show, and whoever has the most money is our champion. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get in there.
Who's hosting today? Who's supposed to build the puzzles? I'm just kidding.
Not.
That was a joke. All right, so everything Simon said for the puzzles about the $500 per continent, $100 for vowels, throw that out. This is a toss-up. I'm slowly going to reveal the letters, and this is an NFL player. And as I slowly reveal them, the first one to buzz in by saying their name and their name alone will get to guess. If they get it right, they get $500 and the luxury of going first in the next round.
Beautiful. And a reminder to our contestants, I think Shane already has the screen full screen, but to me and JL, make sure you got the screen full screen so we're not looking in those comments. And a reminder to everybody watching, throw your answers in the chat. If you are right before anybody on the show, we will shout you out. And if you're wrong, we'll mock you relentlessly.
All right.
The category is toss-up?
Toss-up. Yeah, it's an NFL player. It is a player who plays in the National Football League currently. He is not a retired player or a Hall of Famer. He currently plays in the NFL. All right, I'm slowly going to start revealing letters right now. JL.
Michael Pittman Jr.
Nice.
JL. Nicely done.
That is correct. That is Michael Pittman Jr. I want to congratulate you on getting that question right. And I'm going to ask you first, how do you feel about the Indianapolis Colts offense going into the season, specifically Michael Pittman Jr.?
Yeah. Pittman, I'm not as concerned about. I think he's that middle wide receiver talent. And honestly, that's where I think his ceiling is. I don't think we're going to see a wide receiver one Michael Pittman, but I think he'll be a solid mid-level option this year and beyond.
Yeah, I tend to agree with JL. His upside is pretty capped just by the quarterback situation there in Indy, whether it's Gardner Minshew or what are you looking at? Or Anthony Richardson.
Just kidding.
That's what you were waiting for me to throw some shade at Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, it's all right. I said something bad about your helmet that you like. So
rookie quarterbacks generally aren't great for fantasy wide receivers. And we saw Michael Pittman struggle when the offense struggled last year. The year before, he kind of had his breakout season, for lack of a better word, came out, showed what he could do for fantasy, wide receiver 2 type numbers. And then last year when the offense was bad, Michael Pittman was bad, which shows me he's not the DeAndre Hopkins or Devontae Adams type of player where they're offense agnostic. I think Pittman requires a decent offense around him to give you wide receiver 2 numbers.
Excellent. So as Simon just badmouthed Anthony Richardson, which I just thought was a terrible thing. Shane, with Shane Steichen coming in as a head coach here, do you have any confidence in Anthony Richardson heading into the season?
I absolutely do. And the reason for that is we've seen Shane Steichen significantly improve Jalen Hurts, who is a similar type quarterback to Anthony Richardson, to where I believe he will be able to get the best out of Anthony Richardson. I think that my biggest concern with Richardson is he's just raw. Like, his passing game is going to be very raw, and that's going to be where I'm hoping Steichen will have the most improvement with Richardson. And honestly, like, going to Michael Pittman from a dynasty perspective or even in redraft, I'm drafting him or buying him in both because I do think he's kind of being undervalued right now.
That's fair. Probably especially in dynasty. The redraft concerns with a rookie QB driving that value down.
JL, it's rare, but you did it. You beat the chat. We had a few guesses in there. Jay with Leroy Jenkins, which I think is funny. Scampers with Marvin Jones Jr.
Marvin Jones is Jr.
Patrick Mahomes. Cuba Gooding Jr. I like that one. But good job, JL, beating the chat. All right, so you're going to be going first in the next round. I'm going to load the puzzle up right now. And the category will be
Odell Beckham Jr.
That's his WWE entrance. All I can hear is entering the arena, weighing 185 pounds, Odell Beckham Jr.
That was good, Simon. I was impressed. Was that his actual weight too? I'll be double impressed if that's his actual weight. All right. First category is players' favorite food. So this will be an NFL player and their favorite food. So it's a kind of a two-part one puzzle, but we're going to have some fun here. So JL, you're going first. Would you like a question, or can you guess this player and their favorite food?
Come on, Joe. Give me a question.
Right. First question, we're going to do PPR fantasy points. And for this first group of questions, these will all be questions that are PPR fantasy points between two players. So who has the most PPR fantasy points? First two players, Austin Eckler versus Josh Jacobs.
PPR, I'll go with Jacobs.
I'm sorry, JL. It's actually Austin Eckler last season. This 2022 PPR fantasy points. If this is 2023 PPR fantasy points, we would need to go to the FanDuel Sportsbook and play some bets, but this is not. This is just 2022. So Shane, that's going to send it to you. Do you think you can solve, or would you like a question?
Give me a question.
All right. PPR fantasy points, Geno Smith or Joe Burrow?
Oh, I'm going to go Geno.
I'm sorry, Shane. That's incorrect. It was actually Joe Burrow.
Darn. How close was it?
Pretty close. I just put the players. I don't put the actual. I should probably put the numbers on here so I can tell you.
Well, I want to thank both Jale and Shane for doing that for me. I really appreciate it. It's been a rough day, and I wanted to just go into this puzzle clean, and I was disappointed when Jale got it right.
I mean, it's a very clean puzzle. Lots of white little squares up there. It looks like a bunch of, you know what, chitlets? Is that what they were called? What are
Chiclets.
The gums? Chiclets, yeah. The gum, yeah.
Well, I will take a question.
Okay. Trevor Lawrence or Devontae Adams? PPR fantasy points.
Devontae Adams.
Simon, that's correct. What consonant would you like to guess?
I'll take a T.
T is in Tom?
Yes.
There are no
freaking kidding me
in this puzzle. Hard to believe. Yeah. JL, it's back to you. Would you like to solve, or would you like
to take a question?
All right. Stephon Diggs or Saquon Barkley? PPR fantasy points.
I'll go with Diggs.
That is correct. Your good friend Stephon Diggs. JL, what letter would you like to guess?
Let's go with an S.
S.
An S is in Sam. JL, there are 3 S's.
I'll take another question.
All right. Next question. Travis Kelce or Derrick Henry?
Kelce.
JL, that's correct. What would your next letter you like to guess be?
Go with an R. Also, you got to give me my
I'm
points.
doing that right now. I apologize. I hit the wrong button there. And R. There's 1 R, JL.
Okay. All right, I'll take a. Can I buy an E?
You may buy an E. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 E's.
Yikes.
That brings you down to 1,500. You can go into your third question, or you can buy a vowel, or you can solve.
I'll take my third question.
All right, your third question. Tom Brady or Kirk Cousins? PPR fantasy points.
Kirk Cousins.
That is correct. And you're going to, if you get this letter right, you will bank all of the money.
I'll take a C.
A C. There are 2 C's. Congratulations, JL. You're going to bank all that money.
All right. I can't solve this. Too many blankies.
Too many blankies. All right. And you're going to bank that money. Fantastic. All right. So Shane, the next question will go to you, or you can solve.
Question, please.
All right. Devonta Smith or AJ Brown?
AJ Brown.
That is correct. What letter would you like to guess?
Give me an H, please.
H.
Good call.
Is in hamburger?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
There are 3 H's. Good job, Shane. 3. All right. No.
It's probably a much better letter than C.
Would you like to buy a vowel, take another question, or do you think you can solve?
I'll take another question.
All right, another question. PPR fantasy points, Tony Pollard or Daniel Jones?
Oh, I'm gonna go Daniel Jones here.
And Shane, if you would be correct,
Thank you.
congratulations. What letter would you like to guess?
So freaking close. I can't get
Let
the
me-
name.
Let me get an M, Joey, as in Mary.
M is in Mary.
Is it
There is
Mary?
one M.
Ugh.
Shane, we're going into your third question. You can now, this will be your last chance to buy a vowel. You can solve, or you can take your third question. And if you get it right, you will bank all of the money.
Let's go ahead and do the question.
All right. This is your third question. Jalen Waddle or Christian Kirk?
Oh, no.
Wow, that's tough, but I'm pretty sure it's Waddle.
Are
And
you
that's
pretty
my
sure?
final- that's my final answer.
You should be 100% sure because that is correct. What continent would you like to guess?
I really wish I could figure out a player. Give me an N as in Nancy, Joey.
I almost said the N's already been guessed. All right. That's going to be 2 N's for you.
And that did absolutely nothing for me.
All right. You 10 seconds.
I'm going to bank it.
All right. Congratulations on banking $3,000. We have a tie between JL and Shane. Simon, it's going to go to you next. You sound like you were starting to put it together.
Yeah, I just
You
can't
think
figure
you
out the
can solve?
freaking player. And it's driving me crazy. I'll take a question.
Oh, that's a player?
There's a
Oh.
player and then the food after. So a player's name followed by
Huh.
the food.
Yeah. Player and their favorite food.
Category misled me.
That's what I said at the beginning when I explained the category. Very, very fast,
know.
probably.
Didn't listen to you.
Well, therein lies the
I
problem.
read the category.
Simon, so next question will be in PPR fantasy points, T. Higgins or Lamar Jackson?
What a stupid question.
Idiot.
Lamar Jackson.
That is correct, Simon. What letter would you like to guess?
G.
G is in Google. There are 2 G's, Simon.
More. Well,
GG.
GG.
Mhm.
Egg.
No read.
Excellent, Simon. Would you like to
I'll
buy
take
a
an-
vowel?
I'll buy an A.
You'll buy an A? Okay.
Yeah, it's driving me crazy not seeing that up there.
All right.
Okay.
4 A's.
Well, that doesn't help. I was really hoping for a. Okay. I'll buy an I.
Okay. It's going to buy an I. 1 I.
Okay. Well, I still have enough, so I'm going to buy no because I don't know if there's other ones in here. So I'll take a question.
All right. Next question. PPR fantasy points. Terry McLaurin or TJ Hawkinson?
Terry McLaurin.
Simon. That is correct. Good job, buddy. All right, so that was your second question. What letter would you like to guess?
D.
D is in.
Dude.
Yeah, give him the D.
As in,
There are
ooh.
2 D's. Good job, Simon.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take one more question, I guess.
All right. This will be your third and final question. If you get this right, you do get to bank the money. PPR fantasy points. Garrett Wilson or Mike Evans?
Oh, Mike Evans.
Simon, you are correct. What letter would you like to guess?
W. I'm just gonna bank it.
Okay, you have 10 seconds to solve, Simon.
I am so mad at myself that this name isn't coming.
All right, JL, it goes to you. Do you think you
What?
can solve, or would you like a question?
I need a question.
All right. And PPR fantasy points, Derek Carr or
Oh
Travis
my!
Etienne?
You stupid idiot, Simon.
Derek Carr.
That is correct, JL. What letter would you like to guess?
Oh boy. I will guess. God, this is so stressful. I will guess an L.
There's 5 blanks, and we know at least one of them is a vowel.
Correct. That is correct, JL. There is 1 L. Would you like to buy a vowel? Take another question.
Yeah,
Or can you solve?
I would like to solve.
All right.
Zay Flowers, ham, egg,
Dang
and
it.
cheese sandwich.
There
That
we
is
go.
correct.
Shane was just
JL.
holding on, hoping the JL
I
missed it.
was hoping you were gonna pass or something. I figured it out.
All right. So JL, that gives you $4,000. Simon, oh, you were able to bank that money, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
wasn't
I
very
could-
much.
Yeah.
It was only
No,
1,000.
it was 1,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Hey,
so
guys,
how
give
are
me
you go-
2 seconds. I gotta go fix a fridge real fast.
Okay.
All good.
Sounds good.
His refrigerator's running. He has to go catch it.
Wow.
Classic.
That's like the real version of that joke happening live here on air with Front Yard Fantasy. I'm glad we were all here for that moment. JL, since Zay Flowers is on your Baltimore Ravens, how are you feeling about him this year?
I feel good about Zay Flowers. He's a highly talented wideout coming into this league. And a lot of people are discounting him because of that, the competition he has there in Baltimore. I'm not too worried about that. I think he'll be able to carve out a role in this offense. This offense, which has historically been low passing, has a new offensive coordinator who is known for passing, and they just gave Lamar Jackson a bunch of money, a bunch of other people a bunch of money. So I expect this offense to be good. I expect them to pass more. And Zay Flowers is the nice new toy they got in this offense. So I'm excited for Zay Flowers.
Shane, how do you feel like him and Lamar Jackson are going to do together? You think they'll get on the same page pretty quick, or do you think it's going to take a little time to build that?
Yeah, I think so. I think one of the skills that Zay Flowers brings to the league is, or one of the that I think he's good at, is his route running. So that will be a benefit to Lamar. But I also think he'll fill into the Hollywood Brown role better than what's previously been there since Hollywood Brown left. So I do think they'll have some chemistry pretty quickly.
Excellent. All right. Let's take a look.
Just
See
to
if
add
one
to
into
that
the
as
chat got it. I kind of neglected the chat there. I apologize. All right. So let's see. Jay got egg and cheese. Ham, egg, and cheese. Jay is just putting it all together as we go along here.
He's so smart.
I'm telling you. And then Jay finally coming in with Zay Flowers ham, egg, and cheese sandwich. I did find that little factoid out, which made me feel a little bit closer to him, actually. I've been congratulating Jay. Bria saying Cam Akers. I don't know why, but I like
that
it.
one came to me too, but I was like, nope, doesn't fit.
Our historian coming in saying 15,100 is the record high score for this game for those keeping track at home, which
I
many
love
of
Craig.
us are.
Well, Jalen Shane, you're on track. I think I got some work to do though.
That's such a weird score to be tied with. Simon and Josh are tied with that score. All right. Well, let's move on to the next puzzle so you guys can pad those dollar totals. All right. Our next category is.
He said, look at JL with all that Zay pride. Gotta. Charm City represent, baby.
All right. The next category is a TV player mashup. Everybody thought I was going to go movie, but I pivoted. I wanted to surprise everyone. So we have a TV player mashup. So this will be a TV show and a player mashed up. I don't know if the player's first, and I don't know if the TV show is first, because I really don't remember what this puzzle is. So, JL, you solved that correctly. So, Shane, you're going to get to go first. Do you think you can solve, or would you like a question?
I would like a question, please, sir.
Okay, this will be in PPR fantasy points. Michael Pittman or James Conner?
Ooh. You know, you've already given Michael Pittman too much love, so I'm going to go James Conner.
I'm sorry, Shane. It was Michael Pittman.
You son of a biscuit.
Well,
Shane, it's amazing with what consistency it happens. Every game, every person who plays it, you stop playing the game and you start playing the host.
Person.
Yeah.
You start playing, what does Joey want me to say here?
Look, I'm watching Suits right now, and we're in season 2. And Harvey Specter always says, you don't play poker. You play the man.
You play any good Suits on that show?
No. Yeah, they do.
All right. So Simon is going to go ahead. What's up?
I was just going to say, Harvey was rocking one yesterday that I really enjoyed.
I don't think I've ever watched Suits, actually. I'll have to give it a watch. Simon, the puzzle's it's going to go over to you next. You're the next contestant.
And I would like
here
a
on
question.
Fantasy Fortune. You want a question?
Yes, please.
All right. And we're going to take a trip over to the FanDuel Sportsbook, and we're going to do some Super Bowl odds. We had some fun with that last week. We're going to have some fun with it today. The New England Patriots or Chicago Bears? This would be the team that's most favored to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's a tricky one. I'll go with the Patriots.
You are correct, Simon. I was actually kind of surprised by that.
I switched as it was coming out of my mouth which one I was going to say.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. But
Cool,
I
cool,
also
cool.
the reason I picked Patriots was I feel like the sports books don't often play which one is more likely. It's about the money. And teams like Dallas and New England have a little bit more money coming in on them because of their public perception.
And maybe people are just more hyped on the Bears. Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm putting some money on the Bears if they have less odds than the Patriots, though.
Yeah.
I'll take T.
Simon, you're going to get 3 T's on this. Good job, buddy. 1, 2, 3. Now, would you like to buy a vowel? Do you think you can solve? Or would you like
I'll take a second question.
Okay. Your second question is going to be back with those Super Bowl odds at the FanDuel Sportsbook. The Indianapolis Colts or Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Tampa Bay.
That is correct, Simon. You're catching all my little tricks today.
I'll take the H.
H is in hamster. There are 2 H's. Congratulations on getting those letters right, Simon. Would you like to buy a vowel? Take another question. It'll be your third question where you can bank the money, or do you think you can solve?
I'll buy a U.
A U.
Oh, that is not where I
thought
that was,
U.
but I will take that. I'll take my
man.
third and final question then.
Okay. Super Bowl odds, FanDuel Sportsbook. Baltimore Ravens or Dallas Cowboys?
Dallas Cowboys.
Simon, that is correct. If you get this letter right, you will bank all of your money and you'll get a chance to solve.
Let's take the R.
R is in Robert.
It betrayed me earlier. Okay.
There are 2 R's. Simon, you'll get 10 seconds to solve. 3, 2, 1. All right. We need to get a buzzer on this show, I feel like. Simon, you're going to bank that money.
Incredibly accurate, though, Joey.
I try, I'm pretty good at doing sound effects and voices. If you ask my children, they'll tell you I am. JL, it's over to you. Do you think you can solve, or would you like a question?
I need a question.
All right. This will be Super Bowl odds at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Once again, the Cleveland Browns or the New Orleans Saints?
Oh, that's just mean, Joey.
Let's go with the Saints.
Sorry, JL. That's incorrect.
I was with you, JL, because of their divisions. Yeah. Ravens and Bengals in the division with the Browns. That seems like a much harder spot than beating out the Falcons and Bucks.
I agree.
Sorry,
the Bucks are going to be awful this year. No, it's all.
You just completely disregarded the Panthers.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. Didn't mean to throw that much shade that way.
I think the Panthers could be actually kind of surprising this year. Like, I don't know if they can win a wild card, but I think they might compete for one.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. All right, Shane, it's on to you. Would you like a question, or do you think you can solve?
Question, please, sir.
Super Bowl odds. Which team is more favored to win the Super Bowl? The Seattle Seahawks or the... Oh, I have New Orleans on here twice. I apologize.
So that's a gimme, right?
No, I mean, you have to figure out who is more favored.
Let me go Seahawks.
That is correct. I almost said Supersonics, which would not be correct at all. Shane, that's correct. What letter would you like to guess?
Let's go with an M.
M is in monster. There is 1 M. Congratulations, Shane.
Snuck in there.
Now, you do have enough money where you could buy some vowels or a vowel if you wanted to, or you can take another question, or you can solve.
I will take another question.
All right, your next question. Super Bowl odds. The Denver Broncos or the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Ooh, that is, for me, much tougher than it should be. I am going to go with the Broncos, though, Joey.
Shane, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. Simon, it's going to go to you.
Wow.
Yo, I was feeling confident on these sportsbook ones, and then JL and Shane's both threw me for a loop.
All right, Simon. Super Bowl odds. Which team's more favored to win the Super Bowl? Unless you can solve, I apologize.
I cannot solve. No.
Okay. The Green Bay Packers or the New York Giants?
The Giants.
I'm sorry, Simon. That's incorrect.
I should have known. They love Jordan Love.
Yeah.
They do.
They freaking love Jordan Love in the books.
In the books.
In the books.
JL,
Magic
we've made
Tree
it
House.
all the way back over to you.
Hardy Boys.
Take a question.
Captain Underpants.
Any more?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter,
Lord of the Rings,
Lord of the Rings. Those
Da
are a
Vinci
series
Code.
of books.
The Da Vinci Code by Dan
Simon,
Brown.
you're going like all series of books, not like
You
a
know who it's
single
by.
like, you know.
Well, because he's in the books.
Yeah.
With an S. That's
With an
that's
S.
with the S at the
Yeah.
end. Okay. All right, JL. Which team's more favored to win the Super Bowl, the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Miami Dolphins?
Delphines.
That is correct, JL.
Nice.
Which consonant would you like to guess?
Let's go with an F.
S is in Sam.
Wait,
Nope.
he said F.
But that's fine, I guess. I'll take 3 S's. Much better than that. Hopefully there's an F in here too.
Ooh, what are we going to do about this, guys?
Nothing. Just keep
I
going.
think we're going to
I
give
think I'm
him
an
the
S
money.
now.
Yeah.
I need to get my ears cleaned, which is what my optometrist said yesterday when I was seeing him, there, my chair broke. I don't know what. Boy, it's just falling apart here. There we go. We got 300. Would you like to buy a Val? Would you like to buy a Val? Guess
I'll take an E.
An E. There are 4 E's.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have it?
Oh no. Can I buy an O?
No. Okay, that'll be 300 off.
Oh, I don't know what the name is.
Would you like to buy another Val or take a question, JL?
I need a question.
All right. Who is more favored to win the Super Bowl, the Los Angeles Rams or the Atlanta Falcons?
Dumb question.
I agree.
Oh, Falcons.
You are correct, JL.
Nice. Can't be by much.
Which consonant would you like to guess?
It was at plus 100,000 versus at plus 99,000.
Oh my god. I'll go with a G.
G.
Oh, I got it.
G's.
With I say
Yeah,
with
would you like
so
to buy
much
it?
pride, as there's only 3 blanks left on the board.
Would you like to buy a Val?
Yeah.
Your third
yeah,
question?
I'll buy
or
a
self?
Val. I'll buy an
Okay.
I. What is that name? No. Take another question.
All right. This will be your third and final question. If you get this right, you will bank all of your money. We're going to move over to rushing yards. So this will be the players who have the most rushing yards last season. DeAndre Swift or Marcus Mariota?
Rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mariota. How much did he rush?
I can't tell you that because I'm not going to give away the answer.
No. I'll go with Swift.
And JL, you would be absolutely correct in saying
Wow.
DeAndre Swift. What letter would you like to guess?
I'll go with an N.
That's one N you got there, JL. So that was
How
your
many
third question. So you have 10 seconds to solve, but you will bank this money.
I don't know what the name is.
All right, JL, you will bank
Why does
$2,200.
why does your buzzer sound like a goat? Bah.
It's actually, I got a goat off
Goat
camera
sheep.
here, and he's just throwing his voice. It's like a little ventriloquist and way of going. It's working out pretty well for us. Shane, you're going to get the chance to solve or take a question.
And just a reminder that Shane had $500 before you banked JL's.
He did.
Do I get to
There it
keep
is.
that even though I got the question wrong? Or was it a letter that I got wrong?
That was a letter. So yeah, that stays in there. Unless you bank it or the round ends.
Joey,
Yes.
I have no idea what the name is, so give me a question.
All right, so next question. Rushing yards last season, Geno Smith or Gus Edwards?
Gino.
That is incorrect, Shane. I
What?
apologize.
Son of a...
Simon, that's a player like there's some bad news coming about J.K. Dobbins. We can talk about them in a minute, but Gus Edwards, he's way down there on draft boards. Hit him with the last round pick, everybody.
I completely agree with you, but I didn't think he played that much last year.
I'm with you.
Simon.
I'll solve.
All right.
The Brock Righteous Gemstones.
Oh,
That
my
is
Jesus.
correct. The Brock Righteous Gemstones.
Nice.
Good job.
I kept trying to fit like the Brady Bunches Funches in there, but that's not correct. Whenever it first came up, because the Brady and then we had the
Bunches
8 show up
Funches.
where like the unch would go, and I thought you were trying to do something cute with Devin Funches.
So yeah, Brock Wright, tight end for the Lions. Is he done? Is Sam Laporta taking over, or will he actually serve a role next season in this Lions offense?
I am. I've decided I'm fully buying into the Sam Laporta hype train that is actively leaving the station. All reports out of camp are coming in positive, and we saw the kind of offense that the Lions want to run with Jared Goff last season. DeAndre Swift no longer in town, who is one of those short yardage target guys in that offense. I know Jahmyr Gibbs will likely pick some of that up, but there's plenty of room for Sam Laporta to be successful. And I don't think I saw the flashes from Brock Wright or even the coach speak about Brock Wright that we're seeing about Sam Laporta.
Absolutely. Shane, how do you feel about those Lions offense next season?
Oh, stupid good is a word that comes to mind, or words that come to mind. Clearly I'm not prepared for this game today, but for me, it's just going to be a matter of, can Jared Goff maintain his production that he had last year, and somehow figure out how to play on the road, because his home and road splits last year were absolutely stupid. So, yeah, I think it'll be really, really nice.
Excellent. Yeah. So we had, Scampers getting that one correct.
Scampers.
And Keith was so close coming in with the first word is definitely the. Man, next one, Keith, you got it. You got it on that one. The chat just hyping up Scampers on this one. All hyped that he got it.
Is that producer Keith?
I think that is producer Keith.
I didn't realize that until right now.
Yeah, we got
Keith
Scope in the chat.
What up, Keith? Good to see you, my friend.
Craig saying, clearly, I bet on JL to win today. Actually, in our new contracts here at FYF, I'm not allowed to bet at all on the shows. I'm allowed to bet in a hotel, when I'm in a team facility, anything. They've taken all betting away from me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my family's very happy because now we'll actually have money. So it's a good thing that FYF's done for my family.
So right, Dustin, and you're saying Joey pulling names from the hard weddle for this puzzle.
For real. Brock Wright.
That was deep.
Undrafted
or am I just
tight end.
I started watching the Righteous Gemstones. A new season started, so I was like, how can I talk about the Righteous Gemstones on the show?
I started watching Righteous Gemstones because Joey suggested it, and then I was like, Joey, started watching Righteous Gemstones. Joey's like, really? I've never seen it.
What?
Why am I watching it then?
All right, next puzzle. All right, so we have NFL headlines. So a lot of letters here. Everyone gets a chance to catch up. So take that 500 away from Shane. So Simon, you solved that. So JL, you're going to get to go first today.
Let's go.
In the rushing yards category, we're going to go back to that. Damian Harris or Taysom Hill?
Damian Harris.
I'm sorry, JL, that's incorrect. Shane, we're going to go to you. In rushing yards, would you like a question? Or
I would like
a
question. You can
one day somebody will do a no-letter solve. It's going to be glorious. Rushing yards, Zach Moss or Samaje Perine?
Samaje Perine.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Wow, that's 3 in a row. I need to break the streak.
Yeah, so Simon, it's on to you. Would you like to solve or would you like a question?
I'll take a question.
This will be rushing yards. That's when they run with the ball in their hands, hand it off from the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Saquon Barkley or Jamal Williams with the most rushing yards last season?
Saquon Barkley.
Simon, that is correct.
T as in take me to your leader.
T as in take me to your leader. There are 4 T's.
Don't forget your manner, Simon.
For the leader?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Take me to your leader, please.
All right, Simon, would you like to buy a vowel, take another question, or can you solve already?
I'll take a question. Look at all those chickens.
Chickens. All right. Next question. We've been rushing yards once again. Najee Harris or Devin Singletary? Most rushing yards last season.
Najee Harris.
That is correct, Simon.
I will take the R. As in really?
R. There is one R in this puzzle.
Okay, I will take one more question.
All right. Your third question, Simon. And if you get this right, you will bank all this money.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook or Nick Chubb?
Nick Chubb.
Simon, that's correct. What letter would you like to guess?
I will take the S.
There is one S in this
Wow.
entire puzzle, and you found it, Simon. Congratulations. You will bank this money, and you'll have 10 seconds to solve.
I can't. I cannot. For a moment, I thought I could. But I can't.
Oh, sorry. I hit the buzzer a little long there. JL, it's on to you. Can you solve, or would you like a
Get
question?
it off of me. I'll take another question.
Justin Fields in rushing yards or Saquon Barkley? Which one of those two players had more last year?
Justin Fields.
I'm sorry, JL. That's incorrect. It was Saquon Barkley. Shane, we're coming back to you.
Can I end the streak of getting questions wrong? Let's find out.
Let's do it.
I'll take a question.
All right. So rushing yards last season, Miles Sanders or Aaron Jones?
Oh, I'm going to go Miles Sanders because he was in the number 1 rushing offense in the league.
Streaks were made to be broken and have been broken here today. Shane, what letter would you like to guess?
Give me an H, please, sir.
An H is in hamburger. You've got 2 hamburgers and 2 H's.
I hope you're hungry.
You know what's funny is I'm actually marinating hamburgers in the fridge right now.
2.
Say, Shane, you
8.
solved the puzzle. Congratulations. No.
The puzzle is what's funny is I'm
right.
actually marinating 2 hamburgers in the refrigerator right now.
That'd be great.
That would be great.
There.
I will.
Shane, you got $1,000. You can buy a vowel, you can take a question, or you can solve.
Let's buy an A.
All right, we're going to buy an A. There are 2 A's.
Wow,
That'll take $200 away from you. You still have enough money if you'd like to try to buy another vowel, or you could take another question.
I'm going to go with a question.
All right, your next
Please.
question. Let's move away from the rushing yards, and let's go to total touchdowns.
Ooh, that's
So who had more touchdowns last season? This is total touchdowns, so receiving and rushing together. Ezekiel Elliott or Jamar Chase?
Oh, that is so tough. Oh, my gut wants to go Zeke, but I'm going to go Chase.
I'm sorry, Shane. That is incorrect.
Gosh,
Simon, it's going to come back to you.
Okay, I'll take a question.
All right. We'll do total touchdowns again. So receiving and rushing combined. Who had more total touchdowns last year? James Conner or CD Lamb?
James Conner.
I'm sorry, Simon. That is incorrect.
Fart.
JL, we're going to run over to you for the
Wanna
next
run away?
question. Or, all right, let's run. Total touchdowns. Cooper Kupp or Christian Watson?
Cooper Kupp.
I'm sorry, JL. That's incorrect. It was actually Christian Watson. Shane, we're coming back to you. You've got
Question.
$800. You could, oh, okay.
Question.
Total touchdowns. Jahan Dotson or Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Ooh. Give me St. Brown.
I'm sorry, Shane. That's incorrect. It was actually Jahan Dotson. He was like a touchdown machine last year. Didn't have many receiving yards, but he had a lot of touchdowns.
He was fun to
Simon.
start for a little bit there. I'll take a question.
All right. Question. Total touchdowns. Once again, Brandon Ayuk or Alan Lazard?
Brandon Ayuk or Alan Lazard? Brandon Ayuk.
That is correct, Simon. What letter would you like to guess?
F. Sorry, I feel like I figured out most of it. Now I'm just blanking on some of the words.
There are 2 F's in this puzzle, Simon. Getting you $1,000. That lets you buy a vowel, take another question, or you can solve.
I will buy an I.
There are no I's in this puzzle.
I knew so many
Unless I
vowels that were
spelled
already
something
in
wrong.
there. No, and I picked the like. I'm a fool. I'm a fool.
JL,
Oh,
on to you. Do you think you can solve, or would you like a question?
any question?
All right. We're going to do total touchdowns again. Cole Kmet or Jeff Wilson?
Jeff Wilson.
Sorry, JL. That's incorrect.
Cole Kmet
Cole.
does it again.
Yeah. Shane, we're back to you. You do have the option to buy a vowel, or you can take a question.
Am I back?
Yep. Here.
Okay. I had internet issues, apparently. I will take a question.
All right. So we're going to move over to the MVP odds, players that are most favored to win the MVP next season.
Okay.
Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts?
Oh. I'm going to go Jalen.
I'm sorry, Shane. That's incorrect. Simon, it's going to come back to you. You can buy a vowel, you can solve, or you can take another question.
I will take a question.
All right. FanDuel Sportsbook, MVP odds, Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson?
Joe Burrow.
Simon, that is correct. What letter would you like to guess?
I'll take an L.
No. There are, I can't even count that high. There were 6 L's.
Like a million.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at all those L's. You guys seen that TikTok where the guy's like, look at them buns?
I've not seen the buns TikTok. I'm not on bun talk, but I'm gonna have to get on over there. I will buy a vowel now, and I will buy an E.
Okay. Simon buys an E for electric. There are 5 E's.
Okay, then I would like to solve.
Simon, let me hear it.
NFL to hold supplemental draft July 11th.
Simon, that is correct.
Nice.
Well
I didn't know
done.
that. They're holding a supplemental draft?
It was an NFL headline that I read on Roto World. Yeah.
Well,
so there it was.
Should have been paying more attention this morning.
Simon, it looked like you had a lot of fun playing that puzzle.
Thanks, guys. It was pretty fun. Thanks, Joey, for setting that up for me.
Sorry.
Yeah, chat thought Joey was throwing the game for me. Turns out.
I just wanted to see people get money. I like to give money to people. What can I say? And since we're giving out real money today, thanks to a kind donation from Jay Felicio, I'm happy to say Simon with $11,900 has the lead. I don't know if we have time for one more. I think that's going to be it.
I think that is going to be it. That's going to be the end. And Craig saying, get that record, Simon. Not quite. It stays safe today. Shane, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on and play some Fantasy Fortune with us today, my friend.
I don't know why. I sucked.
No, you got $3,000. You did good.
Me too.
It was a high scoring game today. And Shane, it's all just part of your story arc. We'll bring you back for redemption. Come on, and you'll go head to head against Joey next time.
Oh,
so you
goody.
can get payback for all of those questions he threw your way.
Yeah, because Joey, not even to me, like Joey, like you guys can say that he was throwing the show for JL, but JL got the shaft with some of those questions.
There was some
more than one
questions
shaft
mixed in there for sure. And Strong Style Ninja in here agreeing with us. And Jay saying the prize is a grand 35 cents. Couldn't have come at a better time. Everybody watching, if you are not already following our friend Shane, you need to go and remedy that right now. Follow him on Twitter at FFShaneB. And one more reminder to get those signups in for Polly's playoff today. Shane said at the beginning of the show, if you donate today, the longest day of the year, get on in there, show your support for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. You are eligible to win a piece of merch from that Polly's Playoffs merch shop as well. Shane, thank you so much again for taking the time to come on and play with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. It's always a blast. And thanks again for supporting Polly's Playoff the way that you guys do. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. That is going to be it for us today. Everybody watching, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. But great news. If you're not sick of us, we're going to be back tomorrow and the next day and every day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time for some more fantasy football game show fun. So get ready for that. Start prepping now. Do your push-ups. Get your meals prepped. Get your snacks aside because we're going to be live at 3. Until then, adios, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you on another time.
All right.
Bye, everybody.